two dope dudes, bringing you the news, leading you to much success with all their insightful views. Do you grow yourself or buy from the top shelf? Are you here to take the reins and gain back your health? Whatever it is, you know the biz. Leave a like, crack a pipe, and let's get on with it. If you want to acquire the knowledge, you don't have to go to college. You can just come hang with Aaron and Dave.
Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes. We are your source for Midwest cannabis news culture and more. I'm Aaron.
I'm Dave.
What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm doing pretty swell. How are you?
I'm doing okay. A little out of sorts, but making it happen, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Yes, sir. How was your weekend?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah? Do anything fun?
Bought a new car. Well, an old car, but I bought one. Yeah.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. It's just insuring and licensing and, title stuff and everything still needs to go on.
Dealing with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, we got some cool stuff to do today. We got the Medical Cannabis Advisory Board that I attended, and I recorded the meeting because it is a recorded meeting. I have all the presentations that we can watch today, and then we have some cool hemp and news about THC drinks that we're giving away on the beach in Chicago.
Yep.
That should be really fun. And then Michigan, or not Michigan, but Minnesota, and then some diabetes news, right?
That's right.
Hell yeah. That's what they call giving it all away up front and then delivering on that promise. So that's right.
Yeah.
Trying some new stuff here. Look at us. We can change too. We're just, two stoner dudes on a couch.
That's right.
You know. So hey, let's get plugs out of the way real quick, and then we'll get into the news, right?
Sure.
Absolutely. You can find us, the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite podcast and streaming apps. Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Come on over, give us a like, leave us a question, leave a review. This helps us reach more people. We love your questions. We always respond to them on the show. It's one of our favorite things. And then supportdopepeople.com and twitter.com or x.com, Two Dope Dudes. You can always find links to our episodes there. Come on, see us.
Yeah. And on Thursday night, if you're not busy, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can find me on YouTube live. Ask Me Anything. Peace, love, and cope. I will be there. Aaron will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's right.
Lots of good friends.
Speaking of YouTube comments, let me turn this off.
Holy shit.
I know. Hey, we have some of the best community in cannabis, and we love you. We love y'all. Another great from Macho Grams to be Savage. Look at all those subscribers. Another great episode. Oh yeah. Thank you, brothers, for all the info you bring us every week. I can listen to you both talk for hours.
Thanks, man.
Macho. Love that guy.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, he's OG in this community. Just Nick DJ. Great episode. I really enjoyed Dave's Conditional Cannabis Corner. It truly speaks of his passion for this plant. Great job, guys. Heck yeah.
Fucking love that guy too.
I know.
Yeah, wish I got to see him more.
Cultivation from Chi-Town Hi-Fi. Cultivation is symbolic. You may be growing the plant, but it's definitely growing you. 100% agree.
Love that.
Our buddy John Voight, one of the realest people we know. Hit that like, it makes you happy. Trust me. Grow Joe Grow. Actually, this reminds me on our last episode before that, he had a comment that I forgot to read, and it was why is the cannabis industry not using hemp-based packaging for their stuff, for their product.
Damn.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, woo, yeah. Why
God
not?
damn.
So, why not, Dave?
They already got the license. Why poke the bear? That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, like the way that they maintain their licenses and keep their licenses is by continually sending tax revenue to the state. So it's got to be along those lines of things. But that's a damn
Mm-hmm.
good question. They
Yep.
absolutely should. They should be. That's actually the most brilliant thing that's ever been. They absolutely should. They would
Yeah.
sell way more fucking product if they did.
You no kidding.
Wild. I did that just kind of exploded my mind.
I mean, yeah, why is it not I mean, that's a mandate I could get behind some almost, you know.
Yo,
So
serious.
Grojo does ask on this one. Dave spoke about anxiety increasing after his tolerance break. Would increasing or adding a dose of CBD help with that anxiety?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So simple.
The other thing too that like as a long-term and a consistent cannabis consumer,
Mhm.
I think the nuances of what sativa and indica are kind of dissipate.
Yeah.
And uh when you haven't consumed for so long, those things kind of come back into play. And I think when I first started, and I was just smoking whatever, I think the first few things that I had were just anxious, right? I don't know if I want to call them sativas or not. I do believe that the one vape pen that I was using that got me the most anxious was a sativa dominant thing.
Mhm.
And I think it just that there's something to that kind of up racy kind of whatever that is it can give the anxieties where I think some of that more couch locked, what we're all used to from in the past,
Mhm.
can be a little bit more comfortable and almost nostalgic in a way. We're just chilling out and letting the you know the relaxation sink in is something. So I
Mhm.
I got put in my place by the differences between sativa and indica, I think, really. And the only reason I say that and the only reason I paid attention to it at all, the thing that I smoked immediately after that was confidently it's like an OG Kush. It's like a very
Mhm.
indica dominant true, and
Sure.
there was like a immediately when it hit me, there was just wave of like, wow, I feel
Yeah.
incredible and I feel relaxed and I don't feel anxious, right? And then
Nice.
like I was like, why don't I feel anxious? I'm even
You
like
mean
looking for it
you
now.
don't like thinking that all your friends hate you immediately? You're like, "What am I doing with my life?"
Yeah.
That's is that not what everybody smokes weed for?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Am I
yeah.
doing it wrong?
And I it was in the moment when I was like, "Wow, what," and I actually I said, "Wow, what is this?" And then I turned the package around and it said OG Kush right on it, and I went,
Oh,
"Motherfucker,
okay.
that makes
Yeah.
sense," right? Like to a
Yeah,
degree, everything kind of clicked for me, and I was like, "Okay," like, and I think we forget about that. Like sometimes the more we consume, the less we pay attention to those nuances of things.
for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
Daily
yeah,
Home
to
Daily
answer his question, CBD, yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry to keep interrupting. But yes, Joe. I should just have done some CBD and I would have been fine.
Daily Homegrown for the questions, which was my pin question. Should Illinois really crack down on Delta 8 with an executive order? Will higher dispensary taxes help or hurt the local market? Would you invest in Verano now that they're moving it to Nevada? Uh, for the questions, no executive orders. I'm tired of those. Taxes never helped anything grow except the government, and I'm still not investing in Verano or any other companies. I'll invest in breeders, light companies, things to help my homegrown better, but that's how I can invest in their businesses while supporting my medicine.
Hmm. Yeah. I like that.
Our buddy, Daily Homegrown, also said, listened earlier on Spotify. Another great show. Sorry I missed a live chat. Work got a little hectic today, so I wasn't able to make it. Dave's Corner hit home today. It's one of those things I constantly preach is to not over-medicate, but to use what you need. Sometimes a hit or two is fine for me, while other people need a joint or two. You do you.
That's it.
Yep.
I think I've run into that experience a lot in the last couple of weeks where a lot of people have been like, come on, hit it again. And I feel that like egging on of things where
hmm
I literally am like, no, I don't want to feel weird, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel great right now. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that's just payback from you doing that to everybody.
I've never really pushed it.
Not really.
Yeah. I mean,
But around a lot of people, you're the weed guy. So like
yeah,
everybody wants to impress Dave because you're
I
the weed
mean,
guy.
shit.
I'm just
Maybe.
saying.
Maybe.
Uh,
I think my
oh
tolerance is quickly increasing, though.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You'll probably quickly have a baseline again.
Yeah.
Take a day off. Take one day off.
I actually
Come
did the
back.
other day.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah, I took
believe
a
it.
full 24. I didn't even realize it until I woke up the next day, had some like a little bit more dreams than I have been having, and then was like, damn, I'm kind of like spacey as shit. Smoked really quick, and I went, wait, did I smoke it all yesterday? No, fuck. All right, it's all good. Just get me back in my little routine. I'll be all right.
Zulu. Sorry, old Adult Swim with special font. I just saw that. That made me really happy. Right over here.
Yeah,
All hail Zulu.
that's awesome.
Our new friend Zach Cooper, 6580 Verano, the Essence and Savvy brands. I'm assuming here have it in the medical program in West Virginia. It's okay. Flower usually dry, but good for the most part. Vapes and concentrates are amazing though. Awesome.
Well, I mean, we can back that.
West
Like,
Virginia has a medical only program currently, I believe.
yeah, honestly, they make some tasty vapes. We used to be hooked on a couple of them, so
I mean, when it's all you got, it is great for medicine.
yeah. I mean, bro, I'm not even gonna. You can't either. You know it's truth. That fucking strawberry cough thing is okay.
It's fine. It's fine for what it is. Our- Go back and ask us 2 years ago. Ask the Shadow
Yeah, sure.
3001, clapping emoji, plant, coffee, house, ninja. I
Yeah,
think that might be about Project 21. I'm not sure.
Okay.
KDub 5825 says the Arkansas medical stuff sucks, but hey, it's legal. I mean, the THCA in the stores that I got down there in like Hot Springs was not great. And the carts that I had from a medical patient out there were not great.
Really?
No, not great at all. It was akin to 2016 Illinois medical.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
a lot of this escaped there. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Robert Redman. Everything I've ever tried by them was terrible. Old, stale, no flavor at all. Was some super mid-looking weed and a mediocre high. Zach Cooper, Essence and Savvy brands, dry vapes and concentrates are good though. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
The that company straight to the fucking moon and then straight to the garbage can.
I
It was
mean, no
crazy
lie.
how good they used to be and how much they miss now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last week, let me see if I can do this way. Last week, I talked about how I was going to check out the Medical Cannabis Advisory Board.
Yes.
I did that. Me and Cole had a grand old time texting each other back and forth. And we both went to that. He is reported on it already, and Illinois News Joint reported on it already. Actually, I should say this right here. So some of the stuff they had here. Let's read through this, and then if you have any ones that you actually want to see, I have the presentations recorded. We can do that or not. Depends on how you feel about it. So it just says reps here summarize their agency's responsibilities and then presented their latest updates and data. Department of Public Health talked about the implementation of the new patient registration portal and the window for petition submissions for proposed new qualifying conditions, which is from January 1st to January 31st. There's only 31 days this year that you can submit a petition for a new qualifying condition in Illinois. So Vaughn Bentley, the deputy director, said that Illinois currently has 263 licensed adult use dispensaries, including the 55 original ones that serve medical patients. He talked about how they made curbside legal and how they have this new thing called CORE. It's a new licensing system meant to streamline the application process. And then they also talked about how they tried to work with lawmakers for a larger purchase allotment and how they're trying to work with the lawmakers for medical tax rates at all Illinois. The same old.
Yeah.
David Lakeman was there from IDOA. He talked about the new hemp testing lab. That was actually kind of cool. There was some cool stuff to see there. We can look at that if you like. And then Carew talked about taxes and how much taxes that they collect and why you can look at the COAs. They also talked about Metric and how Metric is going to allow patients to see their purchase history as well, which raised the question, why now with Metric are we allowing patients to see purchase history? Why are we collecting purchase history? And what is Metric going to do with that purchase history now that they are with BioTrack in their partnership for BT Government Inc.?
Yeah, what the fuck? That's for adult use?
That is for Metric, so that will be for consumers. I guess it would be this would probably just be for medical patients at this point.
I mean, the
Probably.
statement directly in front of that is talking about how much money they've made in adult use cannabis taxes.
Yeah, but this is for the Medical Cannabis Advisory Board, so it's not adult use really. They're just talking about the their presentation. They had slides and stuff.
I mean, so like,
did you want to watch the presentation?
I mean, we definitely can. That one specifically is so like medical patients have always had their purchases tracked.
Right.
And it's because of the allotment limits and shit.
Hello,
like,
everyone. My name's Vaughn
Oops,
Bentley.
sorry about that. I'll get that ready. You keep talking.
Yeah, you're good. No, I was just saying that they've always had their purchases tracked. It's just that the way that the state sees things and the customer sees things are completely different.
Mm-hmm.
The customer is allowed to see product line items and shit, where the state gets a jumbled up number of things and
sure,
can
but
see the
they can,
transaction.
yeah, but
they don't
they can,
know who the person is.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but it's all in the level of transparency for not overdoing allotments, the 2.5 ounces every 2 weeks or whatever the base level of medical is.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Oh, so there's some cool stuff here that I actually want to show from David Lakeman.
And again, providing both a resource to the industry as well as a regulatory tool for ourselves and making sure that that product is safe and well tested. Is our firm belief that safe testing is a cornerstone. It is foundational to a legal industry, whether it be medical or adult use, and we want to be sure that we are meeting our obligations there.
I just want to pause here and show everybody that on here up in the upper right-hand corner, this is a recorded public meeting. So I'm not showing anything I shouldn't be showing. This is open to the public, and it is also recorded. So these people know they are being recorded, just in case there's any issues.
On doing our best to meet that mission. So again, wanting to be timely here. The other major mission of the department is the division at the department is the regulation of hemp. So this has been a major subject lately. So there's two sides to that, right? So the major piece that the department currently regulates is the industrial hemp program. That's the program that's authorized under the United States Department of Agriculture. So the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, issued rules on hemp after the 2018 Farm Bill. Those went through significant revisions. Those rules actually crossed the threshold between the first Trump administration and the Biden administration. And those finally got finalized starting from 2019 and 2022. The Department of Agriculture in Illinois, then we developed our own rules to implement the federal rules, keeping that program housed at the state level. And we finalized those rules last year. So that's governing the industrial side. So in terms of, hemp in Illinois, there are currently 77 77 hemp growers, 169 hemp processors that are currently cultivating about 3,635 acres of hemp here in Illinois. And for those of you who don't know, Illinois used to be a huge producer of hemp. Back in World War II, the primary sources of hemp that we use for industrial purposes were sourced either from the Philippines or from southern, what is now Ukraine, what was then the Soviet Union. In 1942, both of those sources were unavailable, very quickly due to the advance of both Germany and Japan. And so the USDA launched what was called the Hemp for Victory program, which was an effort to encourage farmers in the United States to grow hemp across the country. They stood up this great video that talks about how hemp was literally woven throughout American history, from the rigging on the USS Constitution, which fought in the War of 1812, to the canvas tops, to the Conestoga wagons, and encouraged farmers to step up. And Illinois did, growing over 40,000 acres of hemp between 1942 and 1945. Our climate, our soil are all well suited toward the growing of industrial hemp.
Oh yeah.
There are even more uses for it now than there were then in the industrial space, ranging from a replacement for plastic cutlery to potential oils to building materials, and of course the standard uses of clothing.
So yeah, I thought that was actually kind of cool to see.
Super cool. I mean, that's the other thing too, is the people that are of the IDPH, IDFPR, ISP, they don't understand history of it. The history that they've ever known of it has been the anti-culture, has been the propaganda culture, fucking, beat it down and take it away from people, incriminate people. A lot of them are previous judges and lawyers and, police officers and whatever. And a lot of them made their entire livings from incarcerating fucking people over cannabis possession, consumption, whatever. And now to be on the other side of it, they know that there is a profit to be made, and they know that they're good business folks and whatever. They still don't care about the plant. They don't care about the history of it. Is just kind of, that's why I think we do what we do too, is to kind of preserve some of the culture of it, and to not make it the plant like just it came out of nowhere. Now that we've decriminalized it and allowed you access to it, now it's what we tell you it is instead of what it has been forever.
Right. All right, here is the Illinois Cannabis Research one. I don't remember how long this is, but here we go.
It's perfect. I'm Nate Engelsteinfeld. I am the Research and Data Deputy Crew with the Cannabis Regulation Oversight Office. And And that position is held right now by Aaron Johnson, who I was able to push out of the way so that I could present to you all. I'm really excited that I get to be here and part of this group. And happy to share a little bit about our office and how we connect. We affectionately call ourselves the crew, just to make it easy. So if you ever see CROO, feel free to call us the crew. And our team is small but mighty, and how we connect. The website cannabis.illinois.gov to
I'm moving this along a little bit. I don't remember
websites where you can find a lot of our information. Department of Eg's website, whatever that color is.
So actually, this was actually kind of funny. Oh man, what did I do here? So I'm just doing this. Okay.
That some adult use dispensaries are selling to medical patients and then buying product and engaging in our medical program across our dispensaries. So it's just interesting to kind of put it in national context and connect any data and information that we can find to answer questions and help provide data-driven information and data-driven ideas to stakeholders such as the MCAB board. So happy to anytime answer questions and dive into all the data that we collect on cannabis to help support the work of this committee and others. Just kind of visually, Vaughn touched on this, but the dispensaries are listed on our website. And you can see which ones serve medical patients, the 55. And so this is an interactive web map. So if you wanted to just see the medical dispensaries, you could exclude the kind of teal, neon green, whatever that color is, the ones that don't serve medical patients. And those ones are adult use. So medical patients are able to go in there. We've heard that some adult use dispensaries are selling to medical patients and then give big discounts for showing a medical card. That's not the same as not paying the taxes and buying through the approved medical process.
They don't get big discounts because of their medical card.
Happy to talk more. One of the other questions that
they don't give discounts because of their medical card. I mean, in reality and in what they say it's for, I mean, but that's really what it is though, right?
Well, I mean, literally when he said that's not the same as not paying the taxes and buying through the approved medical. No, it's literally the fucking difference between the two is you don't pay taxes.
Sure.
Like if you go to a medical facility and sometimes they got a little sale come in on Monday, come in on Tuesday, whatever, we're going to give you
the prices are the same, Dave. It doesn't matter whether you're at medical or if you're at recreational. The prices are the fucking same.
The amount of times that I watch people come through and get a medical discount,
yeah,
but like the other person standing next to them, because you max out at a certain percentage,
sure,
get the same fucking discounts, right? If everything's 40% off in the store and you come to an adult use store and you're a medical patient, you don't even not pay the taxes, right? And somebody goes, oh, well, you get an extra medical discount, but you get a medical discount on shit that isn't already like discounted or what, you know. So the big difference between the two is the massive tax break that you get for having a medical card.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that there's sometimes you're not going to find a place that's giving medical patients at a medical facility 20% off of the products and they're getting the fucking lack of taxes.
Yeah, but it's 20% off the stuff that's going to be out that's got to be sent back next week anyway. It's not 20% off the stuff that just came in that just got cultivated.
If that's what's going on and they're a medical facility servicing medical patients and adult use patients, which they both do,
sure,
there's a better chance that medical is getting 20% off and you know they're missing the taxes, and then the recreational side is also getting the said 20% off or possibly even more, right? Like there's times where it's plenty more and then they go, well, it's for tax purposes, we try and help everybody, and they try to like sell it as something that is good for everybody that walks through the door. But as a medical patient, and if you've been one since 2015,
what are we even talking about? Go to Michigan.
Well,
Go to Michigan.
you know what I mean?
Go to
Fucking
Michigan.
just go live in Michigan. Maybe that's a better play.
Let's watch the
I
rest of
believe it was
this.
about where does the taxes go that are collected from cannabis. And that's something else that we hear a lot. That's a frequent question. In the adult use cannabis taxes, so not taxes paid by medical cannabis, those are deposited into something called the Cannabis Regulation Fund that is statutorily divided out, set by legislation, and the legislature appropriates based on those allocations. And so you can see where those buckets of dollars go. So these are kind of different, right? This is not medical cannabis taxes, but these are the adult use regulation taxes that consumers that don't have medical cards are paying.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And this is FY25, which is closed out. So this is for the fiscal year that ended in June. There were $281 million that went directly to the Cannabis Regulation Fund. And we steal all the numbers from Department of Revenue. So
Did
like,
you just
these
say
are
the
not
fiscal year ends in
our
June?
numbers. These are
Yes.
Department of Revenue that we analyzed and kind of try to distill and share this information. Other things that we post on our website are just, we have a lot of data on cannabis because of all of the data tracking that is required to comply with the law that Vaughn's team and David's team do to make sure that the licensees are conducting.
This is
So
really
my
interesting.
team, we have 3 of us, including myself, that spend time just looking at the data, trying to figure out what are interesting insights, what can be useful to policymakers, useful to medical providers, useful to medical patients. This is one that I just grabbed from our website that I thought might be interesting, is just of all the different product categories, what % of those are going to medical patients versus not. Probably not surprising to anyone on this board. RSO is the highest
Mhm.
percentage of RSO goes to medical patients of any of
Well,
the
yeah, because you're not allowed to
categories.
buy a
These
ton
categories are
as
going to
a
change
rec
and make more
consumer.
sense
You
as
can
we're
buy like a
being
half a
switched to
gram
metric.
at a time.
Yeah,
the data's
but
kind
still
of in flux right
58%.
now as we're
It's, I
settling
mean,
into
it
a
would
massive new
be
IT system.
the same if you allowed them to purchase at a
So
regular
happy to
rate.
answer more questions. Cannabis, there's always a million questions. You can also email us at fpr.crew. Our team coordinates across all the different agencies. Our legislative person works closely with Allison and IDPH's ledge team, along with AG and FPR's
I'm gonna fuck around with
ledge
their
teams.
site.
We're
Yeah.
bother lots of legislators all the time and happy to also connect anytime. So feel free to email. If you email me, I will direct you to Kirsten, our ledge
I think
team,
there's a
and Aaron.
question, and I
If
just
you
don't know
email
how
our
to.
general inbox, they'll
This
connect you as well to our legislative
doesn't have a
efforts.
lot
But
of
happy to answer
good
questions and talk more.
media controls over here for this thing.
Yeah. No, it's just, I mean, yeah. The CROO is, yeah,
That,
you have
that
to
was
read
all
a
I.
lot, but they're the level of transparency of some of this stuff. And you got to be a data person because, as you heard that guy say, it's all about data. And there's
That's
no
right.
like, you can read some things in data. And I know some people who are good at reading charts and shit, but try to ask them some math questions. And
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
All right, so let's get on to some news. That was really interesting. I don't remember where. I think there was a question afterwards that I didn't include. I think I just included the actual presentations. Also, Cole asked a really great question during that, and was that, are you going to make all of this public? And they said yes, they were going to work on making all of the presentations public, because they didn't all get to do their whole presentations, but the stuff that was really cool. Also talk to me if you really want to see it. I've got it all. Hey, congrats, Minnesota.
Yep.
Adult use cannabis is finally legal. So this is from the Sahan Journal, which is just something. It just talks about some rice dispensary stuff in St. Paul. People doing, buying cannabis legally, which is always a good thing. I remember how it was here. You remember how it was here. You know, it was a whole new world. And now look at it. We don't have to go through all of it.
I just wonder how long does it say how long their lines were? How long it took for people to get through?
I don't think they talked about lines. They
Then
didn't
maybe
talk
it's
about.
not.
Well, they started. They have medical out there anyway, and then they were doing. This is the first that was not on a reservation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They don't talk about lines. They do talk about how this woman. What is it said? Another customer said she drove 15 minutes to make her first rec cannabis purchase in Minnesota. Before that, she only bought from dispensaries while visiting Michigan. It pissed me off having to wait, she said. I've shopped in Colorado and Seattle, so being able to have it here now, hopefully we can get up there with the rest of the markets. She admits she uses cannabis to de-stress. In most cases, she prefers to use it after a long day of work. Relaxed, easygoing set of being high. Sort of non-tribal sales came more than 2 years after Governor Tim Walz signed the law legalizing rec cannabis. He also signed off on the Office of Cannabis Management. There's a whole bunch of talk on there. There's one more funny thing that I wanted to be able there.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I was just reading it while you were.
Oh yeah. So you already know. So this man right here, he's a cannabis coordinator from Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, I don't even know what that is. I thought they were saying. So this guy came in and said he went in and then went out because it was all prepackaged weed and he couldn't look at it.
Yeah.
He said, stopped by Rise Dispensary in St. Paul on Thursday, but minutes after walking in, walked out empty-handed. I wouldn't do it. You got to look at everything in the kiosk machine, and you can't view it until you buy it. Yep. He said, although kiosk used for purchasing did include THC levels, for him, it's always been the best practice to hold the cannabis, smell it, and see it before buying. Where have you ever been able to hold the cannabis before buying it?
Yeah, that's not, I mean, on somebody's fucking couch.
Sure.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, welcome to the club, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, and I mean, the guy says it's hard to buy prepackaged weed. It's supposed to be good, but it dries out in the jar. It's not drying out in the jar. It's drying out before it even gets in the jar.
Yeah.
Because
of the testing.
What's that?
It's because of testing.
Oh, bingo. That's literally it.
And so people don't realize. They're like, oh, we need to test everything. I'm like, no, I don't want anybody testing my weed because then I have to cure it a certain way.
Well,
fuck that.
Bingo. And you have to make it shelf stable for a full year. And like, it's an organic, natural product that goes into your cooled down vault and then back onto your heated up floor. And then the power goes out. And then there's just plenty of reason. And then it's, winter, you fucking put the heat on. It's summer, you put the conditioning on. And bing, bing, bing.
Thanks, Chrome, for taking away ad blockers. THC drinks given away on Lakefront, prompting new questions. I've seen a lot of talk about this too. And so, good friends WGN, our friends over at that 50. Whoa, where'd you go, Dave? Bum. Whoa, there you are.
Guess who's back?
Our friends over at WGN on that 50,000 watt super channel. A Lakefront giveaway of THC infused drinks is focusing a new spotlight on cannabis adjacent businesses in a state where marijuana is heavily regulated. Correct. In late August, Senorita Margaritas. Are you still there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. You were just like one thing. Held a weekend-long giveaway of its THC products that was promoted as a beach takeover and featured free samples offered up to passersby on Chicago's Lakefront Trail. Wow. In addition to professional kiosks, a boat could be seen dragging a larger-than-life replica of the company's neon green can in the water just off the shore.
That's fucking awesome.
So the Chicago Park District, whatever this is, Chicago Park District caught word of the event after it happened and immediately sent a cease and desist letter to an affiliated company warning the giveaway of THC infused products on parkland violated ordinances and may run afoul of state law. They're trying to grab onto the coattails of the legal cannabis industry, which is regulated and tested and produced in labs. They being GTI, who owns Senoritas.
No.
Yes.
Hold on. They don't. It's fucking CNS. Is it? It's fuck. I know who does too, but I can't come up with them. It might be CNS. No, yeah, because it's not Rove. That's CHC. No,
I'm pretty sure it's GTI, my friend.
I'm 1,000%
not?
confident it's not. GTI owns Uncle Arnie's. That's their beverage line. It's the same people who make Keef Cola and
Agrify?
yeah, but they're like they make the Artet. It's like a fucking I don't know 100 milligram bottle of wine looking thing.
Well, whatever. My point being is that Senoritas is owned by a cannabis.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Agrify. December 26th, Agrify closes acquisition of Senorita, world-class winemakers.
I'm almost confident that it is
Rhythm.
Oh, it's headset. Fuck.
Is this what we're talking about?
What's that? Holy shit, he did buy them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but is this their like D9 division? I'm only speaking on Illinois and who has been. Wow. Yeah, it's a hemp-derived D9,
Mm-hmm.
which means yeah, they're what I'm saying might be accurate and what you're saying might be accurate at the same time.
Sure.
Because I believe in Illinois, CNS is fucking the people who are
Sure.
yeah.
Representatives of Senorita Margaritas, the firm that received the cease and desist letter, as well as an industry trade group led by probably Tiffany Chappelle Chatham, did not respond to multiple requests for comments. The THC-infused drinks are advertised as lab tested and safe and contained hemp-derived Delta-9 THC. Delta-9 is the primary psychoactive ingredient in marijuana, but the brand uses a hemp-derived form of the compound, which legalized by the 2018 Farm Bill. So what do you think about this? This prompted Pritzker to talk about an executive order again and how hemp drinks are actually, let's see, if the legislator and if the advocates for the hemp industry are unwilling to do it, then we will take executive action, Pritzker said in a response to a question from WGN Investigates. Governor Pritzker supported efforts to regulate THC businesses, but the measure blocked by its fellow Democrats in January, reportedly at the urging of Mayor Brandon Johnson. Pritzker is now threatening to crack down on the hemp businesses. I mean, he could just listen to Cole at the Cole memo and just age gate it and follow the big three, ID, tested, and age gate it. That's all we need to do. Those are common sense things. Otherwise, he should actually call it what it is and say, I don't like that there's federally legal businesses undercutting my state taxes. Let's just actually call it what it is. I don't like federally legal. I want to shut down businesses that are federally legal because they impact my state taxes.
Yeah.
I think he's actually, he's being kind of selfish here. But I guess that's what politicians do, right?
I mean, well, they've got to figure out how to make money for themselves, and
Mhm.
they don't care about how you make money.
That's
They just
right.
care that you continue to spend your money.
Hey, let's talk about this one. Cannabis users may have a heightened risk of diabetes. Why? Let's talk about this.
It's the fourth bullet point down there.
Okay.
It's awesome because this
Let's
is my
not give it
favorite
away
thing. I talked
first.
about it a little bit on Thursday night.
Sure.
But this is like the reason it is my favorite thing is because every article that we read has this like fear. It's all
Yeah.
the cannabis is what's causing the problem. The cannabis is the issue. It's never the diet, right? And
Sure.
I believe that especially in America, if we're talking about heart attack, stroke, diabetes, things of that nature, and there can somehow be a link correlated between cannabis consumers and not, I would beg you to look at their diet. And the two most like, if you read the fourth bullet point there, the two most likely candidates for connection are changing in insulin sensitivity
Mhm.
and overeating, as well as poor eating as a result of cannabis use, which the munchies, right? Like if you
Mhm.
can't control it, and the other, I think that the correlation between excessive cannabis use and long-term cannabis use and not having the cognitive ability or right, like that's why some people are more addicted to this thing is
So
because they don't have the
is this
fucking
is this a problem because some people think that they're just better than other people and that if they just let people smoke weed, they'll just become lazy bastards and only they know better? Because they're very informed and esoteric opinion is absolutely correct.
well, and I just think that more people who are going to turn to an intoxicant on a consistency
Mhm.
probably are more um prone to
Sure.
personally abusive habits altogether, and
Okay.
or the lack of knowledge of how to get away from doing the other things. That's why cognitive behavioral therapies mean so much, because you actually can come up with a solution to the problem. Where I think for me too, and I talk about it all the time, I am not a nutritionist. I don't understand, and I know on an anatomical and physiological breakdown kind of how some
Mhm.
of these different uh micros or macros or whatever the fuck they say kind of work, and how fats and proteins and carbs and fucking sugars, I understand how they're working in the system. I don't understand how to implement it in a style that is the most effective for me to stay healthy and whatever. I eat still more for pleasure, just like the rest of America does. And it is not because we have a great understanding of nutrition. And I think that correlating cannabis use to these deteriorative conditions without looking at first a dietary thing,
Mhm.
we're fucking something up.
Well, yeah. Also, this what was this here? Cannabis legalization and type 2 diabetes risk. Well, yeah, because we are not offering a market in that we can innovate with, say, cannabis infused pretzels or something. It all has to be gummies and high sugars and stuff like that. So, like, no wonder.
Well,
No
and
wonder.
that's the other thing too. That's why I beg a
Yeah.
lot of, and maybe why that chart that we saw not that long ago showed an RSO consumption rate higher for medical patients. The
Right.
reason for it is a lot of medical patients get their card because of or because of cancer,
That's right.
and
They
to
can't
use
process
something that
sugars.
what's
Or
that?
people who've had cancers and ostomy bags who can't process sugars in that
Well,
way.
and
You
even
know?
then, like all conditions, I don't know that
Sure.
there's a single condition out
Sure.
there that I would go, okay, the best thing you can do for yourself now is to consume a fuck ton of sugar,
Right.
right? Like, so removing the sugar from the consumption side of things, especially when people don't want to consume through inhalation, and
Mhm.
we don't have access to inhalables that have the same robustness of profile, excess cannabinoids, richness of terpenoids, just all of the things that could be more beneficial to cancer, at least homeostasis, but if not, even we've seen the reduction of things, right? So, yeah.
I think that
All right.
leads right into a conditional cannabis corner.
You got some symptoms from your condition to help you feel better. That is my mission. At the Conditional Cannabis Corner, you can get that information, and it won't even cost you a quarter.
Hello, friends. Welcome to, I think it's the fourth week since I've been back consuming cannabis since my tolerance break. And I just wanted to give a final kind of check in before maybe we transition this segment into something a little bit more direct to conditions or symptoms or whatever. Anyway, um, what I have been experiencing, the good parts and the bad parts. The good parts, I am sleeping substantially better. Y'all have heard me say this a lot of times, but I have to just keep coming back to it. Cannabis is one of the best sleeping aids. If you are struggling to sleep properly and you are a cannabis consumer, uh, hit me up. Let me know, because there are different ways that you can consume and both should consume if you're trying to get better sleep. Uh, the second thing is um, general and overall mood, right? I think just there becomes this again level of kind of fuck it all, but in the best way possible. I have had some very anxious moments come up. And when I wasn't consuming, if an anxious moment came up, I always went, oh, well, I wish I could consume some cannabis now because it typically calmed me down. But I would go, oh, and everybody would go, oh, well, look at you. You're getting so much stronger. You're overcoming this stuff without. And I'm going, okay, I respect kind of what you're saying. I'm not trying to use this thing as a crutch. It genuinely helps slow down my thought process to allow me to, instead of getting so spiked with whatever it is, the anxiety that overwhelms me in the moments of anxious, I kind of it starts, but then there is this like just it's okay, you're cool, right? And I credit that specifically to my use of cannabis, and it's been light. I haven't used like I used to. I said at the earlier part of this, I'm starting to get a little bit more of a tolerance. The tolerance is to me taking two full hits at a time now. I was at like one and a half for a good week and a half. I spooked myself by overdoing it one night. And again, I thought, like I said earlier, it might have been a sativa instead of an indica. And do those things really matter as much? It depends on what you're consuming for. But as a newcomer, those things may very much so matter. And I don't think that it has everything to do with the upside or the downside, the energy, euphoric, whatever, and the sedative, relaxed, right? Because that's the two categories we push these things into. But that energetic and euphoric, like I feel plenty of euphoria when I'm kind of in the relaxed, calm, sedated side of things, comparatively to that, where if I'm euphoric and energetic and something spikes my thought process in the manner of like an anxious response, the wheels start to spin and I'm energetic already and I'm already feeling kind of up and whatever. That is like it's not a great feeling. So, knowing which side of the coin you want to play on definitely matters. I always recommend low dose indica if you're inhaling first few times. It's a better way to go. Anyway, um the lows of this thing, where I think the highs have been kind of, again, sleep has been great. The fuck it all, or better yet, my cognitive reasoning abilities have gone through the roof, both of them. The things that have been the lows of it, and it plays into this type 2 diabetes risk that we just got done talking about, is I have got one of the fucking strongest cases of the munchies. I can eat, boy, like I have not been able to eat in the last month or two. And I I credit that to this thing. And is it good or is it bad? I think the cannabis does a job of regulation most of the time, unless you're overdoing it. So if your body's saying, I'm hungry and eat, that's good. But what I become hungry and want to eat, like, and I just equate it to what cannabis is, right? Like, I fucking like ice cream. Like, you guys wouldn't understand. I love the sugars in the shit that I'm telling you isn't good. But when I have these munchy episodes, or some potato chips, man, you can get me into it. But those are the things that cause the health risk in the long term. So it's dealing with that. It's trying to find a means, because there is just this unbelievable nagging from the inside to like grab something, eat something, chill. Like, it gives you something to do. The oral fixation becomes far more fixated on something. It's like, oh, well, and is little candies you can suck on, or something to just keep my fucking mouth busy. And that is, again, it's not the right way to go. And I think that's the other reason it gets us into maybe sometimes smoking other things, vapes and cigarettes and whatever. Uh i i don't think that it is a bad thing. Like I said, I think maybe there is a level of your system trying to regulate. But I do think it's a bad thing if you don't gain control of it, and if you let it kind of overtake you. And if you know that you are having a problem with these things, again, a few options, right? Go the militant way and just put a lock on the forks, and then you program a code to it so that it doesn't open except for 1 hour a day, and then go as hard as you want. But then you're going to have to program the Tesla to not drive to McDonald's, and you're going to have to keep your phone away from looking at, you know, Amazon Prime or the Instacart or whatever. There's a lot of means for instant gratification where it's almost a mindless thing. And when you're kind of in the fuck it alls, especially if you're in the fuck it alls too far, like, you may become incapable of stopping these urges and slowing them down. So that's really you know, if I were to tell you there's one negative to it, I've put on a good 6-7 pounds. It's been 21 days or something, right? So it's just that excessive eating, and I will work to get better at it. But am not afraid to share publicly and to say, yes, that there are, when people talk about, and this medical news today that we just read, cannabis users may be at heightened risk of diabetes. If you're not helping the stats, well, then it's surely, there is a way better chance, right? And I've been tested lately, and I've been to the doctor a couple of times. I'm in pretty good health. I'm more just rattling off the truths of it. If I let this go too far and don't have an ability to check it at all, well, then you know it could be something that leads to something worse. So, uh, very good things and very manageable things happening with my consumption, but I am unbelievably grateful to be back and to have these to have the ability to, when I feel like it is the most important. And again, I like I said to Aaron a few minutes ago, I literally took 24 hours off the other day because I just wasn't thinking about it, because I just didn't need it. And if there's instances of that, that's completely okay. But yeah, that's it, really. I appreciate y'all listening and hearing me rant. And if you have any things that you're going through because you stopped, or you have any insight to, you know, help me not get the munchies, I guess drop it in the comments and the whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comments. Come give it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's like I kind of feel the same way with quitting vaping.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know what I mean? Like
The oral fixation, dude.
oral fixation. It's like, what do I do with my hand? I feel like I have too much time. I don't know what to do in between the things that I'm doing.
I completely get it.
I know.
And once I broke that thing, like it
Yeah.
was just easy not to like want to,
Yeah.
like I didn't pay attention to it, right?
Yeah.
I will tell you though, one more added bonus. For the month that I was off, for the little bit more than a month that I was off, I was getting some headaches every once in a while, and I have been my whole life no headaches, man. I'm
Yeah.
good. Now that I've been consuming a little bit again, like, I don't want to say they've completely gone away, but damn it, does my head feel completely better. And if I felt anything, there was one day I can distinctly remember I started to feel a little bit of a headache, drank some water, took a few tiny hits off of the pipe, and I was like, oh my God, dude, what a
Yep.
relief. What an awesome thing to have at your disposal.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
one of the best things, just to get some temporary relief or just get some clear-headedness,
Yeah.
you know? Recommend it. So, hell yeah. Well, hey, great show. We love you all. Smoke weed every day. Peace.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.